Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get richer no matter what happens? When the economy is booming, they make money. When the economy slows down, or even crashes, they often find new opportunities to grow even wealthier. Meanwhile, millions of hardworking people struggle just to keep up with rising prices and everyday expenses. Is it because rich people are simply smarter? Do they work harder than everyone else? Not necessarily. In reality, one simple money rule explains much of the difference. Once you understand this rule, you'll never look at wealth the same way again. Imagine two people, Alex and Sarah. Both earn $70,000 a year. They have similar jobs, similar lifestyles, and even similar monthly expenses. On paper, they look almost identical. But 10 years later, Sarah has built a net worth of over $1 million, while Alex is still living paycheck to paycheck. What happened? The answer isn't their salary. It's what they chose to do with the money they earned. This brings us to the most important money rule of all. The rich don't just work for money. They make money work for them. At first, that may sound like a motivational quote, but it's actually one of the most powerful financial principles in history. Most people exchange their time for money. They work 8 hours, receive a paycheck, and when they stop working, the income usually stops as well. This is called active income, and it's how nearly everyone begins their financial journey. Wealthy people think differently. They understand that every dollar has the potential to become a worker. Instead of spending every dollar they earn, they send part of that money out to generate even more money. Imagine hiring one employee who works so efficiently that they earn enough to hire another employee. Then those two employees hire two more. Before long, you have an entire team working around the clock, even while you're asleep. Money can work in exactly the same way. Every invested dollar becomes another worker on your financial team, quietly generating income without requiring more of your time. That's why wealthy people spend so much time acquiring assets instead of simply buying more possessions. But what exactly is an asset? An asset is anything that regularly puts money into your pocket or increases in value over time. A rental property can generate monthly rental income. Shares in successful companies may grow in value while also paying dividends. A profitable business can continue producing income year after year. Even a simple index fund can grow steadily over decades as the overall economy expands. The key point is that these assets continue creating value long after the initial purchase. Now compare that to buying something that constantly costs you money. A brand new luxury car might look impressive, but the moment you drive it off the dealership lot, it begins losing value. Every month brings insurance payments, fuel costs, maintenance, and repairs. Instead of helping you build wealth, it quietly drains your finances. This is why wealthy people often ask a very different question before making a purchase. They don't ask, "Can I afford this?" Instead, they ask, "Will this make me money?" That single question changes the way they make financial decisions. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you receive $10,000. One person immediately spends it on the latest gadgets, designer clothes, and a luxury vacation. A few months later, the money is gone. The experiences may have been enjoyable, but financially, nothing has changed. Another person invests the same $10,000 into a diversified investment portfolio. During the first year, the investment earns a return. In the second year, it earns returns not only on the original $10,000, but also on the profits from the first year. Then the third year builds on the second, and the process continues. This is where something remarkable begins to happen. Your money starts earning money, and then that new money begins earning even more money. Think of it like planting a single tree. At first, it's just one tree, but after a few years, it produces seeds. Those seeds grow into more trees, which eventually produce even more seeds. Over time, what began as one tree can grow into an entire forest. Wealth works in much the same way. Small investments, given enough time and allowed to grow without interruption, can become surprisingly large fortunes. This process is known as compound growth, and it is one of the greatest forces in finance. This is why time is one of the most valuable assets wealthy people protect. They know that every year they delay investing is a year of growth they can never recover. The earlier money begins working, the longer it has to multiply. That's why becoming wealthy isn't only about earning a higher salary. It's about owning assets that continue producing value long after you've earned the money to buy them. But understanding the power of assets is only the beginning. The real reason wealthy people continue becoming wealthier is because they create a cycle that keeps repeating itself. A cycle where money creates more money, and then that new money creates even more money. This is what we can call the wealth cycle. Imagine two people again. One person earns money and immediately spends most of it. Every month, their paycheck arrives, and every month, it disappears. They exchange their time for money, but their money never has the opportunity to grow. The other person takes a portion of every paycheck and uses it to buy assets. At first, the difference seems very small. Maybe they invest only $200 or $500 every month. Nothing dramatic happens overnight. But after years of consistency, something begins to change. Their assets start producing income. That income buys more assets. Those new assets create even more income. Slowly, the money machine becomes bigger and stronger. This is the advantage wealthy people understand. Money has momentum. The first $10,000 is often the hardest to build because you are doing all the work yourself. You are saving, earning, and sacrificing your own time. But once your money begins working, it starts helping you create more wealth. This is why wealthy people often appear to get richer faster. It's not because money magically follows them. It's because they own things that continue growing even when they are not actively working. Think about a farmer. A farmer who consumes every crop after each harvest can survive, but the farm never becomes bigger. Another farmer saves some seeds from every harvest and plants them again. The next season, he has more crops. He saves more seeds. Over time, his farm expands and produces more than before. The difference is not always how hard the farmers work. The difference is that one consumes everything, while the other reinvests and grows. Money works the same way. Many people make one common mistake. They focus only on increasing their income. They believe that if they could simply earn more money, all of their financial problems would disappear. Of course, earning more money can help, but a person who earns $100,000 and spends $100,000 every year may still struggle financially. Meanwhile, someone who earns $50,000 but consistently saves, invests, and builds assets can slowly create financial freedom. The amount of money you earn matters, but what you do with that money matters even more. This is why wealthy people are obsessed with ownership. They don't just want a bigger paycheck. They want to own businesses, investments, real estate, and other assets that can increase in value over time. When you own assets, you participate in growth. When companies become more successful, investors can benefit. When businesses create more value, owners can benefit. When the economy grows, people who own productive assets often have the opportunity to grow their wealth as well. The wealthy position themselves on the side of ownership because ownership allows money to continue working. However, this does not mean every investment will make money. There are risks. Markets rise and fall. Businesses can fail. Poor decisions can destroy wealth. But wealthy people understand that avoiding all risk creates another risk, depending only on your own time and labor forever. Your time is limited. You only have a certain number of hours each day. But your money does not have that same limitation. $1 invested wisely can continue working for years. A small investment can grow into something much larger when it has enough time and consistency behind it. This is why starting early is one of the greatest advantages in building wealth. The biggest advantage is not always having the most money. It is having the most time. Someone who starts investing at age 25 gives their money decades to grow. Someone who waits until age 45 has much less time for the power of compounding to work. The rich understand this principle. They don't wait until they have a lot of money before they start building wealth. They start building wealth so they can eventually create more money. So what is the money rule that keeps the rich getting richer? It's simple. Don't just use money to buy things. Use money to buy assets that create more money. The biggest difference between wealthy people and everyone else is not always how much money they earn. It is what happens to that money after they earn it. Do they spend it immediately, or do they put it to work? Every dollar has a job. You can allow it to disappear through spending, or you can give it a mission to build your future. The choice happens $1 at a time. The wealthy did not become wealthy because they discovered a magical shortcut. They became wealthy because they understood a simple rule and followed it consistently for years. Make your money work for you, and eventually your money can work harder than you do. This is Money Decoded. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more simple explanations about money, wealth, and how the financial world really works.